Coach, good morning. How's everything going? And first of all, I wanted to ask you, you're 5 years into your tenure. Just how do you feel about coming back, and just how do you feel about the overall perspectives about this team?
Hey, Ray, good to see you. Thanks for being here. No, this is probably the most excited I've been besides my first year because it was our first year, but our talent level is at an all-time high, and we have depth at multiple positions, and with I believe we have 7 returners and 9 newcomers, so it's a good mix of experience. And even our newcomers have experience. We have 6 junior college players that have played 60, 70 games. So we feel like with those newcomers, we've got some talent that can help us with our depth. So yeah, we're excited. We think this is going to be a big time year for UTRGV women's basketball, and we're just fired up to get going.
Absolutely. And following up on that depth statement right there, for you, trying to establish depth has been one of your goals since you've arrived here. Just how do you feel about that depth, and how they can contribute on a 1 through 5 positional wise that you've been here, and just how do you see this playing out?
Well, Ray, you know as good as I do that the last couple of years have been a challenge with COVID. It's been hard to have the same lineup out there, and sometimes you'd only have 6 or 7 players at practice, and we have 16 players this year. We'll cross our fingers on the COVID situation, but we were able to finally recruit, get out and sign some good players, and have them to our campus on visits. So we feel like that now that we have a full squad, that we're going to have a chance to play faster, play more people. We feel we can run 8 guards out there right now, and then we have some solid posts. And we have a really nice freshman named Charlotte O'Keefe, 6'3" freshman. We have a 6'4" transfer post. It's really good at blocking shots and rebounding, and she's probably the second fastest player on our team at 6'4", can really run the floor. And so we're excited about our depth inside. We're excited about our depth at the guard position, and we just can't wait for we scrimmage this Saturday, then again next Friday, and then we go to Oklahoma State. So we've been practicing since summer. We're ready to go.
For Janae, for you coming back, being one of the leaders of this team, just how do you feel? How much weight and pressure do you feel to try to get this ground established, and try to just put your stamp on this team when it comes to the offense and defense of charges?
Right. I wouldn't really call it pressure. I mean, our coaching staff makes it not be much pressure. Like he said, we have a ton of depth. I mean, I know if one night I'm having a rough game, that there's other people that can come in and step up, and same goes the other way. I mean, my teammates make it easy. Really, this whole program makes it easy, and so I'm really just grateful that I have that opportunity, and I'm glad I can call it pressure. I could be in a lot worse situations.
And for and then for
Kacee.
you got Kacee. For you also being another returning player, just how much can you lean on the experience on the other returning players that you've also been able to establish yourself as one of the leaders as well inside the locker room, trying to just make sure that everything is running intact per se.
No, the returners, every returner has experience. They've played a lot of games, they've started a lot of games, including myself, which I was very blessed to be a freshman starting so soon. But the experience and the people that we had beforehand with experience allows us to kind of lead in from last year to this year with all the newcomers, and the newcomers have experience. They've come from really good programs. They've won national championships themselves, so we're an experienced team.
And coach, the last one from me, you 5 years into this program. I mean, is there just something about this upcoming season that just weighs a little bit more than the others because of how long you've been here, and you try to just try to place that stamp of authority trying to just continue the tradition that you had here of winning important ball games and having important runs that you've had throughout your tenure here?
Yeah, I think, year one, we made it to the championship game of the WAC, just a tackle play from getting to the national tournament. But then, year two, we had a pretty solid year, finished fourth in the WAC. Then we had COVID. I think we missed 12 WAC games that year. So we throw that whole year out. It's like amnesia. Never want to think about it. And then last year we had 14 Division I wins, which was third most in our league, and then made a nice run at the end. So our expectations here are to finish in the top 4 in the league every year. That gives us a good seed for the tournament. And we're going to continue to play great non-conference opponents to challenge ourselves and make ourselves better and see what we need to do to be successful. So, playing 3 Big 12 teams in the non-con, and we got Northern Colorado, McNeese State, Corpus, Houston Baptist. We got Bowling Green and Boise State. Oh, I'm sorry, HCC. Yeah, so we got a great non-conference slate. And but to answer your question, we expect to be in the top 4. We expect to compete at a high level, and I think we have the depth and the experience to do that this year.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Ray.